Hi everyone, Cheryl here. I'm here to do a tutorial at a request for Perfect Pearls. So there's a lot of different ways of using Perfect Pearls. One of the ways that I use is water. So on this tag that has a printed image already, I've added Perfect Pearls. And the way I did that, because I want it, I could spray the whole thing with water, but then your excess will stick to that water. So I don't do it that way. I take a little tiny brush like that with some water, not too much water, because your Perfect Pearls will sort of go lumpy. So if you end up with a little bit more than you planned, like I just did there, I'll just take a paper towel and just sort of dab it a little bit. Okay, and so then I'm going to take Berry Twist and a small brush and just pick up a little bit. And then I'm just going to rub it on the spots that are dampened. Just like that. It's going to stick to those dampened spots. That's all I need. And then you take a big brush and just brush off the excess. And it will stick in those places that had the water. Now you don't need to spray it again because you used water, it will adhere, as I did up here. See, I'm rubbing and it's still there. Such a pretty effect. Okay, the second way I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tag and I'm going to stamp an image. But what I'm going to do first is just tape this down because my tag is pretty small. So I'm just going to use a little bit of tape to keep it on my craft mat in the same spot. So just a little tape. Okay, so I'm using this image and I'm using archival ink because it's waterproof. I'm just going to swipe this over the top like that. Oh, I've never done this upside down, so this will be interesting. I'm just going to stand up a little bit here, and I hope my big fat head doesn't get in the camera there. Okay. Now these ones need good pressure. Usually what I do with these ones is I take my big acrylic block, and that way I get a nice even pressure. Okay, so we have that. So then what I've done is I've used my Stamp-A-Majig to create another image. And the way you do that is you line your Stamp-A-Majig up to the corner, you ink up your stamp, and then you slide it down the side and then stamp on top of your acrylic, or whatever this is, plastic thingy. So then what you do is you line up your image with the stamped image, like so. I'm not sure that's dead on, guys. I can't really see it. You probably can see it better than me. I think that's better. Okay. So then you line up your Stamp-A-Majig and then you remove this. Now, before I stamp this with my Versamark, I'm just going to take my baby wipe and wipe off the excess ink here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Versamark I just don't want it to be damp. Okay. And then I'm just going to ink it up with my Versamark. Now I'm going to hold my Stamp-A-Majig down firmly and get my little hands around this. That's what I struggle with most, is trying to hold things in my weeny hands. Okay, so I'm not sure that that's dead on, but you'll get the drift. Okay, that's pretty close. It's a little off, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to do her in purple. I don't know what this is called. Grape Fizz, yum. Okay, I'm just gonna go over it really quickly. Trying to just stick to her dress. And sleeves. Is that a sleeve? I can't, it's upside down. I think it's a sleeve. Let's get down at the bottom here. See, and I'm really kind of smushing it because it's fine lined. So then I'm going to do just sort of her umbrella on the outside here, I think. Kind of like that. And then I'm just going to brush that off a little bit. And I think I'll just put a little bit of the pearl. I love this one, it's so gorgeous. In the inside of the umbrella, I think, here. And maybe I'll mix it a little bit in here. See what we get. Okay, so then I'm going to take my big brush and I'm just going to brush it off. See, it will stick where there's Versamark, and there's Versamark there, so you're going to get color there. Okay, now what I do is I take a sprayer and I just lightly mist, and I'm holding it up, you know, fairly high, so you just can't see it from here. Okay, and then I just take it and heat set it. Okay. Sort of wrecking the tag a little bit. That's okay, it's going to get shabbied up, so that's fine. Okay, so you can see that the Perfect Pearls stayed wherever I put the Versamark, and the water sets it. So it's really a versatile product, and so pretty, just adds, you know, real nice touch. The other thing you can do, which is, where did I put those? Oh. Okay, we'll do it on this, just so you can see. I buy these real cheap flowers from the dollar store, and I rip them apart and I layer paper on them, like paper flowers on the fabric flowers as well. So what you can do in this case is you can just press the tips with your Versamark, and then take your, well, let's do some pink. Take your Perfect Pearls and just rub it on that. Get that up. Adds a little bit of shine to your cheapola flowers. It is really effective. And it goes a long, long way. You don't use a ton. It looks like I'm using a lot, but really, this is almost looks about the same as when I bought it. It's very little. It's so powdery fine. So then when you layer another flower on top of that, you've got these nice shimmery little petals. So just be creative and play. Thanks for watching. Bye.